Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Chi Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And yeah, I'm in here at greenhouse because it's nice and warm in here. It's still about 75 degrees in here. It was a little chilly out today, but the winds had died down and the sun was out, so I got some work done. I did go into town, and I went all the way into Barstow and picked up couple of different things. This plant is a neat one. This is a cherry tree, but it's a different type of cherry tree, and I forget the name. I'll see if I can look it up, and I'll bring that in another video. Okay. I also picked up a fig tree. Yeah, go figure. All right. And I got myself a bell pepper because I wanted to make sure I got it going at the same time as these other pepper plants. It's not going to go into this container though because I don't have enough room in this container for one more. It'll go into its own container, and I'll get my red bells. That's what that is, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, red bells. So got that one ready to go. Things are looking good in here. No big problems. My peppers are all, the jalapenos and that stuff are all coming up. Apple trees are really in bloom now. The Fuji has got buds on it right there. And so does the Red Delicious. So I don't know if that other graft took. We'll have to give it a little bit more time and see if I get any buds to pop on it. But if not, I'll just cut the top of the branch back there, and I'll graft something else onto it. I don't know, maybe those apple over there, I'll graft onto here, and have an extra one. But yeah, I'm really loving it out here. Those tomatoes up there are going to be like that B-rated movie, Attack of the Giant Tomatoes. They're really doing well up there, and I'm liking it. All right, I did have a comment a while back about the kiwi and how I'm supposed to have two kiwi plants to grow kiwi. Well, this is different. This is Isaiah kiwi. All right, and here it is. There's the information on it. It says, great thing about the Isaiah kiwi is that it's fuzzless and sweeter than the fuzzy ones. Plus, they're self-fruiting, meaning that you only need one plant to produce fruit. These delicious fruits are flavorful and juicy, just like the fuzzy variety, but now you don't have to peel them. They are also smaller, so you can just pop them in your mouth like giant grapes or big grapes. They're very high in vitamin C, some say 20 times higher than other citrus. Fruits are now being sold in produce stores, and the demand will be growing for these small, delicious fruits. This mini kiwi vine has a restrained habit, needs no pollinator, and has the most delicious miniature fruit ever tasted in the garden or even in containers. You'll find it easy and rewarding. Less pruning is required because of its early fruiting and spur-type growth. Hardiness zones, well, there's when to plant, and for this area would be January through May, so no problem getting it into the ground. So it's in the ground over there, and it's really liking it. It's that last one in that box over there, and it's already got a few more leaves on it since I put that in. Garlic's coming up crazy. Gonna have loads of garlic. That's good because when the cold and flu seasons are around, I eat garlic like I take it like aspirin. Just peel a clove, pop it in your mouth, and swallow it like a giant pill. And some people say you're supposed to poke them and cut them and all of that. Trust me, those stomach acid, digestive juices will take care of it. All right, so everything out here is doing well. I'm going to have to water the main garden tomorrow. I just checked, and about 6 inches down, it's pretty dry. Well, about 6 inches down is where I start hitting water, but the top 6 inches is dry. So that's going to have to be done. All right, some of the other things in the dollar store. Got a couple of window boxes. So I'm going to get some plants in those window boxes and get those set up. Probably going to put them inside here, because if I put them outside with plants that are exposed, the birds and the critters will get to them. So I'm probably going to just put like a shelf across this wall where I can put some window boxes on there and grow some nice flowers to attract some bees in here, because the bees can get through that wire no problem, and that'll be a good thing. I also have my oh boy, my memory's starting to go. It must be beer time. Lavender. I got lavender going. All I do is step into the warmth. Look at all the peas on this thing. There's peas everywhere. Peas, 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 eating goober peas. Goodness, how delicious, eating goober peas. Yeah. Well, you know, I'm going to be doing some grafting soon too. And when I get a chance to run over to my friend Bill's house, he's got the most delicious tangelos. And this is a tangelo tree that I'm growing from seeds I got from his tangelo tree. But right about now is where his tangelo tree is just starting to bud and get ready to go into its new season. And just before Christmas is when the tangelos are usually coming out on that thing. So I'm going to get some of those. That's also a tangelo from his tree that I grew from seed. But what I'm thinking is, I think this might be grapefruit. And I'm not a big fan of grapefruit, but I know other people are. So this was given to me by Chris and Aurora, and it's pretty healthy, so I'm going to let it grow. What I'm thinking of is maybe taking a couple of buds from Bill's tree and doing some bud grafts down here on the older wood part of this. And when I do that, I'll show you how it's done. And these other citrus trees here are starting to come to life too. So I'll be getting some of the some things grafted on these, because these got some good wood on them. And I may as well get some other citrus growing on those. Same thing with this avocado. Now, since I put the grafting wax on these two open pieces that were cut off, that tree already grew 1 inch, and you can see all the fresh leaves and buds coming out on it. So Bill has a nice Haas avocado tree growing in his yard, and it really produces some delicious avocados. So when I'm there, I'll also take a couple of scions off of that one, and I think I'll graft one onto this stub, and I'll cut this one down a little bit, and I'll graft maybe 2 onto this one, so that this one will start producing the Haas on it too. I'm not sure what this is. This came from Chris and Aurora. I'm not sure what kind of avocado it is, but you realize that Haas is a hybrid. So if you take the seed from a Haas and think you're going to grow a Haas avocado tree, you might get lucky, but probably not. You're probably going to revert back to what it was before it was blended, became a hybrid. So anyway, that's it. I got some sprouts coming up here. I think I did put in some more spinach in here. This is my spinach, and it's starting to look real tasty. And I love spinach. Hey, Popeye. All right. So yeah. Anyway, I did get those two, but then I was driving down the road, and I looked down a dirt road off to the side, and I saw somebody had trashed some stuff, and they trashed this big container here. Well, I need a container, a clear container like that, to protect some of my plants if we have a frost or a freeze coming up. So I got it, and the cover was there, so I grabbed the cover too. And then I went a little further down the road to turn around, and some grower had left these pots in there's about 20 of them, but I couldn't go around and dump them all, so I just grabbed a couple just for the heck of it, and I could get some things growing in those. Of course, I'll clean them all out real good first, because I don't know what kind of chemicals they were using on their wacky weed. So anyway, I'm going to get this closed up and head up the ways here. I want to show you a couple other things I did find out there while I was out. And it's called desert diving. It's kind of like dumpster diving, but there's no dumpster. People just trash everything into the desert. So anyway, I found this bag of fishing floats, snap-on fishing floats, and a couple of different sizes in there, so that's good. I found a grease cap, and I don't know if it'll fit my trailer or not. You remember I made some out of PVC caps. Found a 4.5-inch metal cutoff blade, some sandpaper, and a whole roll of solder. And this looks like rosin core solder. So that'll come in handy. And nice. Yeah, good stuff. I also found, it's up by the other way, because I unloaded some chicken feed that I bought. I actually went to Tractor Supply today because they were supposed to have baby chicks in, and I wanted to pick up a half a dozen more baby chicks and grow my flock a little bit so I can start collecting more eggs, maybe selling some eggs. But yeah, I went in there and the guy says, oh no, sorry, it's next week. But they told me last week it was this week. And he says, oh, sorry, it's next week. I says, okay. Well, I guess I should do like other guys, and instead of going to Tractor Supply to pick up chicks, I should go to the bar and pick up chicks. All right. So anyway, yeah, here's some other stuff I found. Whatever the heck this is, I don't know. It's got a timer on it. I hope it doesn't explode. But it looked interesting, so I'm going to do some research into it. It's got a little light on top of it, and it's got a digital readout, and it's got some MOSFETs on it. So whatever. I also found a brand new ratcheting tie. It's only 1/2, but I have another tie that the ratchet part is bad on it. So, and then there was this carburetor piece, and I said, well, I don't need it, but it'll come in handy for something, so I'll bring it. But look at this. I had a nice reel, a beautiful reel. I don't know why somebody would throw away a nice Zebco reel like this, but it's mine now. So it'll go in with my fishing stuff in case I want to go out and do some shore casting down at the ocean. You never know. This is my rolling magnet. The handle on this had deteriorated and became all sticky. So every time you grab this thing, you'd get the rubber would come off in your hand. Just hard to wash off too. So I coated it with this rubberized stuff that they sell on TV. I can't think of the name of it now, but yeah, worked out good. That's all cured. So it's time to go in and have a cold one. I did really enjoy that wine last night, the sangria. Boy, that was delicious. So anyway, that's about all I have for today. I'm going to get some more stuff done tomorrow because I did stop by my post office box, and I was going to buy it anyway. The post office isn't open, but the P.O. box area is. Then in my P.O. box, I have a notice that I have packages to pick up, and those packages are going to be from the new sponsor that contacted me to test and video their products and stuff like that. So I'll be picking that stuff up tomorrow, and we'll see what we can do with that. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up down there, and don't forget to subscribe. Very important. 2 things. That's all you have to do is subscribe and give me a thumbs up on my videos. This is G Bear signing off.